Well, it's official. Toews is a traitor. Hashtag Traitor Toews. Let's get it trending. Also sounds like a dollar menu item. Now I'm hungry.
Sucker blood. I want to overact.
What was that?
This is gonna be a good year.
Not too shabby. The best game ever. Hello and welcome to Hawks Recap. Game 43 is concluded for the Hawks as they pick up a point but lose in overtime to the New York Islanders. Now, I did a live stream during the Winter Classic. Thank you again for joining me if you did. It was a lot of fun. But that's the reason why there's no Hawks Recap post-game video for that game. Overall, I thought the Hawks played pretty well during the Winter Classic. I thought Cam Ward was fantastic. There was question of whether he would start over Delia, who has been playing excellent since being called up to the Hawks. But, you know, the Bruins played a little bit better. They got a little bit of puck luck as well, and that was kind of the difference in this game. Hawks dropped to 0-4 in Winter Classics, 1-5 total in outdoor games. You know, it's just kind of not their thing. But out of all the outdoor games that the Hawks have played, especially during years where they've won cups, I thought this was one of their better performances in one of those games. So, positive there, but in the end, the result stays the same. Now, good news for all of you who really liked the Winter Classic jerseys for the Hawks. They did look great on the ice. The Hawks announced that they will be wearing those 3 more times this season, so they're not just going to be one-off things. It'll be interesting to see if maybe those jerseys become kind of official alternates for next year. It doesn't look like the Hawks are going to be playing an outdoor game next year, so they're not going to get a new outdoor game jersey. So there's room for this to possibly be an alternate for next year. Now, the Hawks are going to get new jerseys next year as well, but those new jerseys are just going to be updates to their existing home and away jerseys, just kind of fixing the collar, so no like other alternate jerseys incoming for the Hawks. So overall, not a bad game, not a bad experience, but once again, not the greatest result. Now on to this game. Bit of a hangover for the Hawks after the Winter Classic, a bit of a Long Island hangover, if you will. They got outshot 50-21 in this game. Not a recipe for success at all. 2 of the 3 periods, they only got 3 shots on goal. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. If it wasn't for Delia's stellar play in net, they definitely would not have gotten a point in this game. Now, Delia has played fantastic in the 4 games that he's played for us this year. Absolutely fantastic. First loss, and it wasn't even a regulation loss. But, you know, we got to pump the brakes with him a little bit. He looks promising, and he looks like he very well could be the future for the Hawks. And we know we're probably going to need a replacement for Crawford maybe sooner rather than later, because it just seems like Crawford's not really getting any better with his concussion symptoms. And after last year, yeah, that's concerning, especially for the rest of his contract duration, which goes through next year. But Delia, he's played 4 games. He's looked fantastic, but it's one thing to play 4 games. It's another to be a starter and playing 50 to 60 games in a season. We saw this last year with Andrei Vasilevsky down in Tampa Bay. He was fantastic through the first half of the season, and then just that wear and tear kind of got to him. And he dropped off quite a bit in the latter half. You never really know how a goalie will handle that kind of workload, not only physically, but also mentally. And so, as fantastic as Delia has been, and as promising as he is, just pump the brakes a little bit. Pump the brakes. Let's not get too crazy with it, but definitely looking forward to his future. As I mentioned, the Hawks struggled in a few periods in this game, one of those being the first period, only 3 shots on goal, but they still got the first goal in this game 3 minutes in with a play that very much reminded me of the game-winning goal in Game 6 of the 2013 Stanley Cup Finals against the Boston Bruins. You know, the infamous 17 seconds. A point shot from Keith, redirected in front by Saad, and instead of Bolin picking up the rebound, it's Kahun with the backhand, pots it home. It was great seeing Kahun getting a goal in that Winter Classic game, a game of that magnitude. I absolutely love Kahun. He's got great work ethic, he's got good skills, he's got great attitude, and I just find him hilarious because you watch Kane with the puck, right? A really, really elite puck handler. He's like a fish out there, right? With the puck and moving around. It's just smooth. And then you got Kahun, who's just like a chef, just chopping at the puck. But like he can control it. He just controls it that way. But it's like controlled chaos. It's crazy, but I love it. But Kahun puts the Hawks up 1-0 early in this game. About 7 minutes into the game, the Islanders would tie this one up. Delia would make a save, but the rebound would kind of flutter into the air. Gustafsson tries to clear it. He swings at it, but misses. And then Barzal swings at it and connects. Apparently this is baseball. But he connects and it goes top shelf. Not a whole lot Delia could do there. Just really great skill and great hand-eye coordination from Barzal there. And this game is tied at 1. The Hawks would fend off the Islanders for the rest of that first period. Like I said, Blackhawks only had 3 shots on goal in that first period. But this game would go into the second period tied at 1. The second period would be much better from the Hawks. It was very back and forth second period. Both teams getting their chances. Both goaltenders playing very well. And then with about a minute left to go in the second period, the Islanders on the power play, they would win an offensive zone draw. They would get a shot from the point. I think it hit Seabrook in front. The rebound would then go straight to Barzal, the side of the net, kind of wide open net. He pots it home. Delia didn't have a stick. Just some unfortunate puck luck there. It happens. Islanders take advantage, and they take the lead 2-1 going into the third. Third period would be another period for the Hawks where they only get 3 shots on goal. But once again, doesn't really matter because they score first. 5 minutes in, they get a power play, and unlike their first power play that was absolutely atrocious, this one they capitalize on. Gustafsson with a cross-ice pass to Patrick Kane, who winds up and unleashes a slap shot towards goal. Rob Lehner is looking for that fastball inside corner, but Patrick Kane, being the all-star player that he is, paints the outside corner with a changeup. Apparently we're playing baseball here, but doesn't matter how it goes in. It goes in. It's a goal. Patrick Kane scores, and it's 2-2. And the Hawks, once again, fend off the Islanders for the rest of the period. And this one goes into overtime, tied at 2. And that's when 2 minutes into overtime, Toews gets the game-winning goal, his first career NHL goal. That doesn't sound right. Apparently the Islanders have the Toews as well. I do not approve of this at all. This is horse crap. This should not be legal. Batman has some splaining to do. So the Islanders win 3-2. Hawks very lucky to get a point out of this game. But speaking of Patrick Kane being an all-star, Jonathan Toews as well in the all-star vote, the final fan vote to determine the final all-star. If you want to create some chaos, watch the world burn, maybe think about voting for Toews. Or you could, vote for someone that probably deserves to be in there more, but come on, that's not fun, right? Anyhow, next 4 games for the Hawks look absolutely wicked. 4 games in 7 days against the Penguins, the Predators, the Flames, and the Golden Knights. Yeah. Buckle up. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it as always. But most importantly, stay safe and make good decisions. And I'll see you next time.